Hi, good afternoon. This is officially the small networking that we are doing every month. We are doing in English and Spanish. It's a private event. We're going to record in everything, and then we can promote through our social media, your social media. We are doing today the English, and then we are going to do Monday for Spanish community. I really appreciate for your time. We're going to be very focused in these few questions. I will explain to you our experience before every networking that we are doing every month. My name is Idalis Bailey. I have more than 16 years experiences working in this health, wellness, and aesthetic fields. I'm a registered nurse with an MBA in marketing. I'm also a skincare specialist, New York State licensed as a medical esthetician. I own the medical spa Renew Aesthetics with more than 16 years experience. I'm the host of Hashtag with Idalis. This is a podcast and interview. And also we have a special bestseller book with 16 professionals that we started last year. And this year is the second year we are working for Group Look for as a speaker leader. From your area of expertise, what kind of medical and lifestyle factor negatively affect the physical, sexual, and aesthetic health of the vascular system?
That's a good one. I mean, honestly, we all know that alcohol and smoking is one of those big ones for most people, right? In this society. So that's also why big on the intake form, I'm always asking my patients, do you drink? How much do you drink? Smoke? That affects all of the vascular system, stress, obviously, and sometimes hormone regulation as well can be problematic for the vascular system. But big time, I think the most common thing that I see, and I usually try to dive into that's not familial, or passed down genetics issues, is just smoking and drinking.
From your area of expertise, what kind of medical and lifestyle factor negatively affect the physical, sexual, and aesthetics health of the vascular system?
So I have a lot of patients that come to me with varicose veins and a lot of thread veins. So one of the things I ask is, what is your job? Do you stand a lot? Do you have a lot of standing every day? Because basically how I explain it to my patients as well is that your venous flow is supposed to go back upwards, but it has little valves that literally block the backflow. And with weakness, with a lot of pressure coming on from gravity, if you stand a lot, you are weakening those little valves, and eventually they give in and you end up with what is called varicose veins. You need to not just simply stand, and if it has anything to do with thread veins, spider veins, especially face or body, if they are in different temperatures and different altitudes. So my airline crew have a lot of broken veins, capillaries, thread veins. It has to do with pressure dilation and constriction of the venous flow and the capillaries. And then they obviously, have very weak venous walls, and that will again, when it gets dilated and constricted, will allow blood flow through those porous little veins. So if they are extreme sports people, they will end up with a lot of broken capillaries, thread veins, spider veins, and so that's what from my expertise or in my field that I'm able to diagnose is what I ask them first.
To continue with Renee, the same question. From your area of expertise, what kind of medical and lifestyle factor negatively affect the physical, sexual, and aesthetic health of the vascular system?
Well, I think that your two panelists and Eric answered already what the most common is, right? Right now, especially right now with all the computers, all the technology, we are not moved enough. We're always sitting, or a lot of people there we're not really physical, and that's part of the main thing, right? So if we not work out during the day, or we're very in the computer or whatever we're doing, so that's part of the problem. The diet that he said, right? How much we drink, how much alcohol is in our system, smoking. Susan said it, right? A lot of people are standing, so it doesn't help a lot. Those things. Again, I think the answer is they already give you the answer, and for me as well is that we need to be more. The people right now, we're not working enough. You know, we're very steady. We don't do a lot of things that we're supposed to do to be better health-wise.
And what are its limitations when you are treating veins? How to determine what is more effective between sclerotherapy and laser?
Well, really quickly, I wanted to just touch on the question before, just a quick summary, because Susan, you had such a great answer. And just any of those little things you're doing. I had a patient that had bad allergies. They blew their nose all the time. They had tons of rodent capillaries around the corners of the nose. So I just want to say, like, any of those little movements that you do in your day-to-day life can actually increase those chances. So I just thought she did such a good job with the answer, and I really like that. But what I have found, so we use primarily polidocanol injections to treat these varicose veins or little veins or spider veins. And to me, it has to do with the in conjunction, right? So some of these veins are too light to treat with a laser, and they're too big to treat with what I have to do. So you have to take that patient into a hole and say, like, this may not just be injections if you really want 100%, right, of a treatment. So, when we inject polidocanol, it goes in and it basically creates inflammation throughout the vessel wall, and that creates the vessel to collapse on itself and then loses blood flow. And in essence, it just breaks down and gets uptaken by the body. And honestly, quite literally, these veins and vessels will come back over time for most patients.
How sclerotherapy and mesotherapy can work together to improve varicose vein? And what are the benefits of the cryotherapy and infrared light therapy?
Eric said, right, this is all this complementary, right? So I work with Sheridel, my wife, but she does cryotherapy as well. And we provide the cryotherapy chamber that goes to 100 below Fahrenheit for 2 minutes, and then it help with the circulation, help with metabolism. So all the injections that you guys do, so help to reduce the inflammation, and again, the circulation will go faster. And with the red light therapy, it's it's the sun that we have here. It's basically what it is, vitamin D for you, and again, the circulation is hand to hand circulation to your body. Your metabolism regenerates the cells, the mitochondria that we have. So we are so that's why we incorporate the sclerotherapy that Sheridel does with all the therapies that we do have here. So the cryotherapy, the red light therapy, and as well the compression boots that we have for the patients.
What aftercare therapy an aesthetic specialist can offer after the invasive vein surgery for patient recovery quickly and safe?
When I send patients forward to vascular surgeons for sclerotherapy or the pulling of the vein, because they come to me and they've got small little angry thread veins or spider veins, and then they say, but can you remove them? Yes, we probably can. With the plasma pen works amazing, because the heat that it exerts onto that capillary it's mind-blowing. It really, really is good. But there is downtime, and unless they pull the feeder vein, those veins come back, even if they have been. So one of the things, if it is facial, in the face or décolleté area, we always also recommend the vitamin K syrup serum because vitamin K strengthens capillary walls and is vasoconstricting. So that means it prevents any further capillaries from breaking or dilating. If it is on the body, obviously we do recommend that they use VenaVine or some other internal supplement that will help strengthen the capillary walls and the venous walls. And obviously a lot of sports, cooling down, they basically have to try and stop doing what they were doing that caused it in the first place, unless it is hereditary.
Yeah, absolutely. This is great. This is great to know a different people that they do well to prevent all these kind of problems that we have, to know each other, to help each other. And like you said, now we can now with Eric, maybe in the future we can do something together, or with Susan back in South Africa, we can go there, or stuff like that. You know, we always ask for things. But yeah, it was great. Thank you for having me.
Webinars and conferences and educational forums are very, very important because we learn every single day and everybody has different experiences, and I think it is just so important to share the experiences. I'm not the kind of person that sits back and says, I keep it to myself and I don't share. That's why I started a training academy, because I love giving information and I love training and I love being there and sharing. And my patients know that as well. I'll spend loads and loads and loads of time explaining what I'm doing and why we're doing what we are doing and what the results are that can be expected. But ultimately, it always works down to we can manage as long as you want to. And I think this is an amazing forum. Thank you, Idalis.
I had no expectations. I was just excited to see what this was going to be and who I was going to meet and how it was going to go. But I will say, what a great way of putting together a multi-leveled way of approaching it, you know, between having the musculoskeletal person to an esthetician to the nurse. I really appreciated those levels that you could actually all combine. And honestly, I took away something. You know, the vitamin K serum is a great addition. So in my practice, that just adds something, a boost, just from hearing from different levels, as well as the patient experience as well. I really did appreciate how that was all put together and well thought out.